yes, that people actually like is believable. That you could look at and go, all right, you are literally a strong female character.
For years. I don't know how many dozen projects they've tried. It's blown up in their face every fucking time.
And then
except one that hits bullseye, and they fucking destroy her for it. Use the force. Force.
The farce?
It's become a fucking farce, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
White walls, straight halls, back door of the city it calls.
And welcome to Two Gaming Dudes.
All right. Click subscribe this instant, because you're not going to want to once we start talking. Please just do it right now. Please do me a...
Yeah.
Gina Carano, Cara Dune.
Yeah.
From The Mandalorian. Has filed suit against Disney for the manner in which she was fired from The Mandalorian.
Wasn't she also in Deadpool? Like the first one?
I don't know.
Was that her?
No. Are you thinking Negasonic teenage?
No, not her. She was the one that came down and she was like super strong and she had a match that she'd stick in her mouth and I swear that was her.
I don't care. Okay. It's not important. What's important?
It's not important.
Is this story is not over because they're going to court over it. So Gina Carano, this is the crazy irony, right? Cara Dune, for how many years has Disney/Lucas, but Disney in general, tried to put together a strong female lead that people actually like?
Yes, that people actually like is believable. That you could look at and go, all right, you are literally a strong female character.
For years. I don't know how many dozen projects they've tried. It's blown up in their face every fucking time.
And then
except one that hits bullseye, and they fucking destroy her for it. What an incredible irony.
People liked this character. And I don't blame them. I liked her too.
Everybody loves Cara Dune.
Yeah.
There was nothing, all the check marks for strong female badass, yes. And none of the bad shit that pissed people off. None of the Mary Sue stuff.
No.
She earned that place. And she's the one that gets fucking fired. So yeah, she just announced this.
Quick, find a 14-year-old little girl to take her place.
She has filed suit in federal courts in California against Disney Plus, the streaming series. She was fired because she, quote, dared voice her own opinions against an online bully mob who demanded her compliance with their extreme progressive ideology.
Okay, what was was it a really bad tweet? Did she just come out and be like, all you people needs to die or something? Or what?
No. Do you remember the very first person to get canceled on Twitter?
I do not.
There was a business executive, it was a woman, who wrote, I could have sworn she was with one of the fashion magazines. Right. And there was a conference in South Africa. And she takes an Ambien in Los Angeles and tweets out, in 18 hours I'll be landing in South Africa. Hope I don't get AIDS. LOL, just kidding. I'll be okay. I'm white. And then she goes to sleep for 18-hour across the world flight and wakes up in South Africa and she's fucking fired already. That's how fast it went down.
Wow.
All right, so, Gina Carano, she put some goofy stuff down. She was,
okay, not quite to that level, or was it?
No. Well, stupid. She was an anti-masker.
Okay.
Like, during the lockdowns. Oh, why do we have to wear masks? Why do I have to? If I don't want to get vaccinated, I shouldn't get vaccinated. She did a lot of that, and all right. But a lot of people did that.
There was a lot of that going around. That was like half of Twitter.
She had put up a photo of a woman in Poland being chased by Gestapo and by her neighbors, beating the shit out of her when they were, where they're booting all the Jews out of Warsaw.
Okay.
In 39 when Germany first goes in. There was this very famous photo of this woman. They've got her clothes torn and she's running away and they're clearly beating the shit out of her and she's running for her life. It's this fucking horrific photo. And Gina Carano wrote, Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own people hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? That's what she wrote.
That was it?
Yes.
Okay.
You're comparing political views with Nazis? That means you're a Nazi? That's all she wrote.
Wow.
That's all she wrote.
That was it.
That was the first one to get her.
That's
in
what
serious
got her
trouble.
in all that trouble. Was that?
Yes. Well, that's what started.
Well, okay, that's what started. Okay, so
And then there was
apparently it escalates from here.
well,
or is
she
it
was
just her like saying, "Calm the fuck down, people."
She was part of the Epstein conspiracy. Epstein didn't kill himself, so he put some of that. She put some of that dumb shit up.
Okay.
And then there was a post about a trans athlete, and she wrote something about, well, I'm going to change my pronouns, and up in pronouns in her profile, she changed it to beep up boop. And people said, "You're making fun of trans people." And her reply was, "No. I'm not against trans lives at all." This is her quote.
Right.
"They need to find less abusive representation. It has zero to do with mocking trans people. It's about exposing the bullying mentality of a mob that has taken over the voices of many genuine causes." That's a very fair thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, what is the original cause? Cops beating the shit out of black people.
Right.
How do you go from that to defund the police?
Right.
Who are you going to call when someone steals your fucking car? That's what she was pointing out.
Yeah.
Any sane, rational people is going to say, of course, if the cops beat the shit out of a guy for no reason, that cop should go to prison and certainly shouldn't be a cop ever again. How did you go 100 miles down the road to defund the fucking police? This is what she was pointing out.
Right.
Fucking cancel.
Of course not. Yeah.
Fucking fire.
Yeah.
And suddenly you get the hashtag fire Gina Carano, fire Cara Dune.
And it gets
they
bigger
quickly
and
did.
bigger and bigger. And
But it doesn't get bigger because it's the same 5% of loudmouths that suck all the air out of the room. The other 95% of people at most say, "Oh, so she's got some kind of goofy ideas." Oh, well, what a
whatever.
great show.
Yeah.
That's it. She's got some goofy ideas. Not all of them that goofy. What the fuck does that have to do with her job on a TV show?
I know people who would not go and watch any movie that Tom Cruise was in.
Tom Cruise, because he's a
Tom Cruise,
Scientologist?
because he's a Scientologist, and I once saw him jump up and down, clearly on cocaine, on an Oprah, leaping up and down. So he's obviously insane. Like, okay. I like Mission Impossible. I thought those was a great series of movies. I don't know him. I don't care.
This is another question that intelligent people have been discussing, and there's no answer to it. Can I still think Michael Jackson was an abhorrent person, but I still think Thriller was a great album?
Yeah.
Why can't I think both of those things?
Can I think the dude that came up with Rick and Morty is absolute dog crap of a person, but I still like Rick and Morty. That's a great show.
O.J. Simpson murdered 2 people. He did run for 11,000 yards in a 14-game season.
And he was very funny in that police movie, The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Naked Gun. He was great in that.
Yeah. You know what? And we just fell into that trap. She made a mean tweet, and we're comparing her to OJ that murdered 2 people. Fuck this. But look at the point. Look how fast it spirals out of control into something stupid.
You're right.
We just fell into it.
Wow.
That's how fucking easy it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck.
You're right. So, back to what she's doing now.
So she's suing the shit out of them.
Well, it's more than that because all of this started on Twitter, and all of this happened because of Twitter. Yes. Elon Musk was like,
of course, that fucking publicity whore.
You know what? I love publicity, and I love my Twitter. And
it's X now.
And I effing hate Disney. He's made it clear more than once how much he hates Disney and he hates Bob Iger, and he would more than happy to shove his boot up their ass. So here we go. She's like, Gina, what do you need? Lots of lawyers? Money? What's this going to cost? $1 billion? I got 200 more in the back.
I just hate how we've politicized everything in this fucking country now.
Yeah.
The fucking Super Bowl has been politicized. Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't care that Taylor Swift is at the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit that she's currently sleeping with a guy on the 49ers. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Let me enjoy the fucking Super Bowl.
Right.
Oh, she's there. Great.
Okay.
Well, she's a Biden supporter. I don't care.
What does it have to do with anything?
I don't fucking care. Why does everything have to be so stupid?
Well, that's something I can't. I have no idea why things have to be this dumb, but here we are.
I guess I don't even. What can happen here? What's the best case scenario? She can't get rehired on the show.
No,
that's
and would she even want to at this point? I mean, like a pity hire, you get brought back on.
No, I mean the best case scenario for her is they pay her out the rest of what the contract would have been. Or just assume if the show runs 5 series, this is what my pay would have been for 5 series. It's pennies to Disney. Who gives a shit?
Right.
That's the best case scenario. Worst case is she just fades into obscurity.
This gets drawn out. It just looks ridiculous.
Is she going to build an acting career on her own outside of this? I guess. Maybe?
A lot has happened to Disney that always makes me think, well, now they'll have learned their lesson. Yeah. No, it hasn't happened yet. I don't think this is going to be the catalyst that makes them go, we should probably not be this way.
No, it's quite the opposite. Not only do they not learn the lesson, they double down on what fucking got them there in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like...
You don't like identity politics?
Double the identity politics with the Marvels! Girl power! How about that?
Oh, it's so ridiculous. I hated the Marvels so much. And I didn't even watch it all.
You couldn't get through it?
I couldn't. It showed up, the internet. So I watched some of it. And after about 8 minutes, I was like,
wow.
What? I've got better things to do.
That good, huh?
Yeah, I killed it. Because it was the whole, I don't know who the audience is supposed to be for this.
People that watched Miss Marvel?
I guess. It's the whole, we're going to make this for that minority fan base of feminists, activists. It's for them. And then they don't watch it either.
Nobody cares,
They didn't want to watch it. They just wanted to complain about it. Now that you've done what they wanted, they're not going to watch it. They're going to go watch something else.
Here's the bad thing about this, is, this is the most tribal society maybe ever.
Yeah.
So there's going to be no honest discussion about any of it. Everybody's just immediately going to go to their tribe.
Yeah.
If you're an anti-vaxxer, you're immediately going to side one way. If you're a culture warrior, you're immediately side the other way.
Yeah.
There's going to be no discussion in between. Remember when Trump mentioned hydroxychloroquine?
Yeah.
I knew the instant he said it publicly, I knew we're never going to learn the truth about whether this drug works or not. You're never going to learn the truth because everybody's just going to immediately take their polar opposite side, and you're never going to learn the truth. So it sucks.
We just don't know how to have healthy argumentation anymore.
It's not possible anymore. Not in this country. Part of it is that we're a very stupid, uneducated...
This is very
We're a
true.
very uneducated society, and I blame the Kardashians for that.
And Jersey Shore. I blame Jersey Shore for a lot of our country's stupidity.
T-shirt time!
It's t-shirt time!
Oh my god, shut up now!
I've met the people who love Jersey Shore. And I'm like, I know you do. I can tell. I can tell this is your thing. And then I realized how many of them there were, and I thought, oh, we're doomed. This is bad. We are doomed. Yeah, we are doomed. Well, I'd love to know your comments, so leave them down below. Are you siding with Gina on this one? Are you more like, are you going to go on Disney's side? I'm curious if you've taken a side or if you just think this whole thing is stupid. Either way, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think.
It is stupid. The whole thing is stupid.
It is stupid, but...
the whole thing could have been settled if someone had just approached her agent or her manager and said, you're in this high-profile show now, a lot of kids and impressionable... I know I'm asking if you could just tone down your rhetoric on Twitter a little bit.
That would be
just to avoid some embarrassment.
Because,
we're still trying to build the show and it's still kind of shaky.
Or if you are going to let her go, when you let her go, you say, I'm sorry, we have to let you go because of creative differences or something like that. We wish you all the best. This is your public statement. We wish you all the best. Creative differences set aside. We hope wonderful things for you, but we have to let you go from the series. Thanks so much. The end. That's not what they did. Disney came right out with their public statement of, her political...
You're fired for your personal beliefs.
Yes.
That's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Exactly. And that is, I think, why she's got a real chance of winning this lawsuit.
Again, so what?
Yeah.
They pay her $3 million. And then what?
I don't know what steps
she's going to go do shitty far right-wing conservative movies like the Jesus series. That's not a real fucking career. Like Kirk Cameron, what the fuck?
I will say this. If she then takes all this money and then makes like an OnlyFans account, I will subscribe. I will watch that. Oh, hell yeah.
I'd watch her now on OnlyFans.
Right? If she just put on a bikini and just crushed watermelons with her monstrous leg thighs. Just I would watch that shit.
I guess. There's just it's all sad from top to bottom.
Oh,
Carl.
That's gonna make me cry. Don't talk about Carl.
He really was the best, man.
Well, you know what to do.
All right, we already
Like,
said it.
subscribe, share, comment.
Oh, people are gonna comment on this.
What can you say? All right, we'll see you in another episode.